Hey guys, welcome back to the Tagman channel. I'm working on the Caddy today a little bit. Anyway, here's what I got going now. I got my chrome strip. I'm gonna use this to judge it, kind of figure out how this is gonna fit up. And it looks like it's pretty decent. I mean, there's a gap there. There's gonna be some putty. I know, it's sad, but whoever gets this car, if it's not me, and it winds up in the salt, and they drive it on salty roads, it's not gonna last, just like any other car. I mean, there's only so much I can do. So, all that to say, I'm pretty happy on how this is fitting up. I'm thinking this is gonna come out pretty good. Let me get a light moved over here. Okay, so I got this fitted up pretty decent. If I put my chrome strip on there we go, it doesn't look too bad. It's gonna take a little filler, it is. Sorry about that, but that's what it is. So, and it's gonna take a little filler here too, because this is sub. It's below this. It's slapped under and then welded across and welded in. I'm gonna weld it in as tight as I can get it. And I'm gonna grind it off smooth and fill it with Dynaglass or Duraglass or whatever you call that stuff. The stuff with the fiber in it, that is waterproof. Because I don't want to put no spongy, just polyester filler on here that'll hold water on it and kill it. So I also got it bolted up good. Let me show you that. Down and under, I got the bolts in, a million shims, both bolts. I'm gonna prime and paint it and then undercoat it and make sure it's all nice and stable. But I got a fairly decent gap here. The gap's a little tight here, but I got it so the door will open and close without scrubbing, because for a while there, you could tell right there it was scrubbing into it. Now this is a little sub here, but I'm flush here, I'm flush up top, then I come down here and then it gets a little sub. This is pretty decent and this is pretty decent, this edge down here by the time I grind it off. So there will be a little filler just to even things up and make it look really nice. But that's the way it's gotta be, so that's what's gonna happen. I gotta grind this off, 80 grit, so something will stick to it. Yeah, so I got the door working, so that makes me very happy. So we're gonna make this car a decent driver. That's what we're gonna do. So I decided we are gonna leave the chrome on. I'm gonna leave these on. I may not wind up finding all the right things to hook things back up the way I should. And if I can't, I'm just gonna two-side tape it. I've done that before, molding tape. Of course, when I did it, it was like 100 years ago. But that's what we'll do. I think I'm gonna blast all these, because if I can get a good close-up on it, it's all pitted rust. So we gotta do something about that. Pitted rust, pitted rust. It's like on every one of these studs is pitted rust. This one back here really got ugly where it pitted and it actually blew out some holes and stuff, but I'll weld them shut, grind them off flush. I gotta finish welding this up tighter. Then we're gonna do that. So we're gonna get going on this car and see if we can't make it decent. Drive her out of it to rust. What do you do with a rust hole there? I don't know. This spot here, I still got a little patch panel I gotta put in. I decided also I'm gonna use this fender. So, and this was all treated back there, and then I'm gonna close this up with a little piece I had cut out. Then I gotta get the bolts in under here. I gotta find out where the holes are, drill them out, make that fender fit like the other one does. Try to get this fender lined up. We're goofing up here too, see it? It's high here, low here. Comes down, it's really buckled. Comes down here and it's buckled, but I think part of that is from being on the lift. But yeah, look at that. I'm really hitting here. I mean, it's just hitting hard. If I open the door, it's gonna scrape and screech. So I gotta do something. I gotta shove this fender forward and bolt it in. And I haven't drilled out my holes yet in my new piece of steel I put on. I gotta drill out the holes for right exactly where the bolt holes go. Not exactly, they're gonna be some slop so I can have some adjustability. But that's what I gotta work on now. Whew! Kind of a pain, but I got under here with the old rotary grinder cut saw and cut that notch out, and there's my bolt hole, so I'm good there. A little ugly, but what are you gonna do? Over here I did a hole saw, but the bolt's way over here, so somewhere as I screwed up, this flange should have been bigger. But I think what I'm gonna do is cut this out. I gotta trim this up, and then I'm gonna put a fender washer on it and probably weld it to the bottom of the fender to tighten it up once I get it positioned right. I'm wearing these stupid goggles and I think I still got something in my eye. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. It doesn't hurt yet, so hopefully it's not. Because I've had muddled filings in my eye before I was smart enough to put goggles on. Now I'm wearing goggles and it's felt like it still went in my eye, so I don't know. All right, so I got that tuned up. I think that's a little better. I think that's what I want, that slot there. I'll be able to put in a bunch of shims, which it's gonna take a pile of shims. This over here is not gonna take many shims. I don't know. The other side took a bunch of shims. This side's not gonna. Well, who knows what happened to this car in 52 years. So I'm gonna try to get this straightened out a little bit. I might have to pound on it a little bit and get things squared up. Then get it bolted in and get it so I get it away from that door. Okay, so on this side I was able to spring that and get it to work and tighten the bolts. On the passenger side, it doesn't seem to be working out the same way. I tried springing it. It is just too much to spring, but then I got thinking about it, and the way this is gapped, there's something going on up here, because as I was trying to spring it there, I could see it flexing the fender. Things are drooping, and I think I figured out why. That there is the body mount. And the battery box is the core support part of the body mount, which is rotted away. Like on this side, there's no battery here, so it's rusty, but it didn't rust away. And you can see that bolt and washer, that's still supporting this side. And if I go down under, look up, too old for this. I can see my body mount, and it's the same thing. It comes off the frame up here, and then there's a big rubber washer in there, and on this side, on the passenger side, that's just all gone. So I'm gonna have to do something about that before I fix the fender. Not exactly sure what. I guess cut the mess out, get a plate of fairly heavy steel, replace the battery box, just cut this all out and weld in a new piece. And then push it up and support it with a big rubber washer, like or original piece of body mount or something. But it looks like there's gonna be some structural work to do there. Ah, well, it comes with the territory. Anyway, I gotta run now. I am getting the tractor ready for the parade tonight. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So we're gonna parade down at Great Bend, and I'm looking forward to it. We got the tractor fixed up. So anyway, if you like this video on the Cadillac, like, share, subscribe. See you guys on the next one.